This is the 200th episode of Koine Corner, and for such an auspicious occasion, I thought I'd like to take a look at something troublesome. In fact, let's make some trouble. We're going to take a very tightly focused look today on one of the most controversial things that Paul wrote. It's in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 12. We're going to read 11 and 12, and then we'll dig into the troublemaking. Let a woman learn quietly with all submissiveness. I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over a man. Rather, she is to remain quiet. Modern church wars are fought over these two verses. But I only want to consider one small aspect of verse 12 today. It's the I do not permit part. So here we have verse 12 in Koine. Let's pick it apart. Didaskein de gunaiki uk epitrepo ude authentein andros. So we're going to start in the middle of the verse with epitrepo. Epitrepo is our verb, it's our main verb, and it contains our subject. Epitrepo is a present active indicative first person singular verb, and it means I allow or I permit. And because it's present tense, it's kind of an ongoing allowing or permitting. But note, it's preceded by uk, it's negated. I do not permit. My regular practice is to not allow or to not permit. To not allow or not permit what? Then we get our indirect object, gunaiki, a woman. I do not permit a woman. I do not permit a woman what? Then we get these two infinitives, didaskein, to teach, and authentein, to have authority over or to lord something over someone. And what's the direct object? Andros, a man. So, and then we have that de in there. But I do not allow or I do not permit a woman to teach nor to lord over a man, to exercise authority over a man. So the thing that I really want to call your attention to is that main verb. Notice he says, I do not allow. He makes a personal first-person statement. He doesn't say we do not allow. He doesn't say the Lord does not allow. He doesn't say that our forefathers did not allow. He says, I do not allow. Why does this matter? Because sometimes Paul's counsel is his personal opinion or preference. How do we know this? Because Paul says so himself. Let's jump to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and we're going to take a look at verses 10 through 12. First up, verses 10 and 11. To the married I give this charge, not I, but the Lord. The wife should not separate from her husband, but if she does, she should remain unmarried or else be reconciled to her husband, and the husband should not divorce his wife. Now look at this phrase, not I, but the Lord. Uk ego al oho kurios. Uk ego, not I, Allah, rather, ho kurios, the Lord. So he says, this is not me talking, this is the Lord's position on this. This is the revealed teaching of God regarding divorce and separation. So this is what Paul says God's position is on divorce and separation. Now we go to verse 12. To the rest I say, I, not the Lord, that if any brother has a wife who is an unbeliever and she consents to live with him, he should not divorce her. So look at I, not the Lord. Ego uk hokorios. I, ego, uk, not hokorios, the Lord. Then verses 12 through 16, the whole block there, outlines Paul's opinion on this matter. And so he's very clear here that this is his position and not the Lord's. So what? Why should we care? Because Paul thinks he's expressing his own view, but he also thinks it should be persuasive. He's making an argument for it. And he recognizes that he's speaking out of his own credibility and his own authority, not from the Lord. So let's jump back to 1 Timothy 2:12. Let a woman learn quietly with all submissiveness. I do not permit, uk epitrepo, I do not permit a woman to teach or to exercise authority over man. Rather, she is to remain quiet. So what you have to do, what each reader has to do, is to decide whether epitrepo in verse 12 is Paul expressing his personal opinion like he did in 1 Corinthians 7 verse 12, or whether this is a command carrying apostolic authority. Please note, it's not an imperative, it's not a command. This is an expression of his position. I do not allow a woman to teach nor to have authority over a man. That's what Paul does. The question is, does that mean that's what all the churches have to do? Or is it just an expression of what he thinks is best? The challenge here is both those positions from a linguistic standpoint are viable positions. And it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with those two possible positions. Now that's what I call making trouble. I hope you had some fun with that, and I hope you have some fun wrestling with it. If you do, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, share the video with other people that are in your life. And until next time, Charis Kairene Humin, grace and peace to you.